Jesus. Okay, looks like we're just about ready. Finally sorted everything out, and we're going to be starting the game soon. Just waiting for both teams to confirm their readies. Okay, so looking at previous results, last week Team Lunar beat Incognito 3-1, and Pastel Vikings beat Anubis Unchained 3-1. So both teams won their most recent games. And both teams have, I believe, lost one and won two. Team Lunar losing their first game of the season to Atlantis 3-2, but winning their second game against Anubis Unchained Elite 3-1. Okay, we're ready, we're going into the game. Okay, pause is working, perfect.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
So, Pastel Vikings here, looking to show the Ryanzara, Mayreaper, Moiraluso. It's pretty standard comp for this map. Whereas Team Lunar, we're going to be showing the Farah and the McCree. So look to take a different approach. They do have the pharmacy combo. Rob's going to be stuck on Mercy duty, have fun for him. Dalvin's going to be taking the McCree. So, Pastel Vikings should have the better point presence here with this Mayreaper comp. But a lot more poke is going to be coming out from Fix on this Farah here, especially with that Mercy boost. Pastel Vikings do take presence on point, but do lose one immediately. They do lose their main. And now losing 3 more in this fight, and that should be, once World Gone Crazy goes down, it's going to be Team Lunar taking first cap. And some very nice ult charge for Fict here on this Farah, already up at to 60%. Sorry, the stream's just going to go down for a second as I... Okay, and the stream's going to be back up now. Just inviting Xenon in here. Nice wall there, doesn't quite manage to separate off the main tank, and the nice barrage there from Fix does take out Dr. Moriarty, but does fall towards him, crazy himself. Coalescence out here from the side of Pastel Vikings, and they look to push into this. Coalescence does return though, and the shatter out from Team Lunar does find 3, and they do lose Funny Cuz. It's a nice wall there to separate off the Ryan, but will they manage to get the kill on him? It doesn't look like. Dalvin does roll through and try to protect his Ryan with that flashbang. And that's going to be another fight one for Team Lunar. Just going to see if we can get Zinon in here. There we go, just joined. Hello.
Hello.
I'm having a fun time trying to host and stream at the same time. It's great fun. I had to quickly set up my account to be able to stream. This is my first time streaming myself. Normally I get someone else to do it. So it's a nice grab out here from Team Lunar, with, combined with the high noon. Davin is holding it, doesn't manage to find him either. Sound Barrier comes out from Moxley. And Pastel Vikings look to push in here. The Shatter does find 2. And Welcome Crazy does find 2 with the Tech Visors, taking out both the Flower and the Mercy. And that's going to be Team Lunar, unfortunately investing in the Coalescence. And Pastel Viking can be taking over the point. So it's going to be a one-fight game for Team Lunar here. The good thing I do like about Elite games is I don't have to worry about SR cap, because nobody even gets close.
Pretty much.
Nobody ever gets close to it. Most teams are like 17,000 or like 18,000 or something. Nice Blizzard there. Does catch the Zarya. He should fall. He does. Ugh. So what have you been up to? Ooh, damn,
I just got bored. I'm like, oh, you know, I'll help some memes. Watch the bench boys clap some pastel mermaids. You know, whatever.
Some pastel mermaids.
Mermaids now.
They just get walked off a point by Team Lunar, who just aggress into them and just go, nah, this is our point now. Dr. Moriarty does have the massive health advantage over Mr. Turtle, who does go down, but Team Lunar does find 4 more kills, and that's going to be them taking the first round on the Oasis.
That was a huge W by the bench boys.
No lie, I was fucking hosting your game yesterday, and that shit was crazy. Although it's looking like Team Lunar don't have this fully secured yet. The respawns do come back for Pastel Vikings. The Shatter does find 3 though, and that is going to be it. A nice Shatter from Mr. Turtle is going to finish this round. GSL is back here on this Sombra, just a stall, but a very nice set of kills from Dalvin, and that's going to be the round. Jerome in chat said bench boys. Yes, it is. The fabled them. But nah, Zenon, your game yesterday was fucking crazy.
I was just having a time memeing.
You were just fuck it monkey, and I very much enjoyed it. But that was absolutely crazy. Like, all I'm saying is I called the reverse sheet from like end of map 1.
Like, Toaster got shit on by some random dude named Pepsi.
Yeah, Addicted to Pepsi was slapping his big fat cock on the table like every 20 seconds. Like,
so who the fuck is this guy?
he would low-key int into the back line, but he would kill 3 along the way, so it was worth.
Yeah.
Like, it was, oh my god, he was aggressive, let's say that.
I couldn't do much for Toaster.
Yeah, Toaster kinda got shit on, I can't lie.
Yeah, poor guy.
Honestly, I feel like the monkey swap made more sense, because you were able to do more on your own. So they are going to play Torb Soldier here. I would have liked to see Torb Ash, I think that's a lot better of a con from Pastel Vikings. The Torb does go very low, it's supposed to pop the overload. And so far, there's a bit of a split in Team Lunar actually. Now they do finally coalesce as 6. That's a nice pick from Dalvin on towards Gone Crazy.
Oof.
We're going to onboard on here now with Dr. Moriarty, who's taking a lot of damage to front of the shield. And both coalescences do come out. But Pastel Vikings do just get slowly forced off the point. That's the problem with running a Ryan Diva instead of a Ryan Zarya. You need to get value quickly, because if you allow the Zarya to build up charge, you're fucked. Yeah, so I was hosting your game yesterday at like, it ended up going to like 2:30 in the morning. I had a somewhat amount to drink, and I was just vibing. Me and Alexi was fucking like, Alexi was dead, she was so tired. And I was just vibing, dude. She was like, how do you have this much energy? I was just like, dear. That's it. Another nice pick from Dalvin. Diva only find 1 in the grab, but the Diva decides to jump into it because fuck it, who wants to live anyway. Dalvin does find 4 that fight. And yet again, another fight. It does decide, fuck it, I'm gonna kill this baby diva instead of staggering her, because who needs it? Bit of a wasted Torbolt from DSL, but it does swap over to the Junkrat now.
I don't think Oxy stays in more than one mode more than 2 seconds at a time.
Oh, neither do I when I play this. So I fucking just spam that shit. As you say that, I'm watching him now, and he's just as you said that, he was on heals for about a good 10 seconds or so, but he kind of needs to be. His team does take a lot of damage, it seems like. Coalescence does come out from both sides. Sandbarrow coming out from Team Lunar. Is Oxy going to decide to match that? No, he decides that. The Reaper ult does come out from the side of Team Lunar. It does find 3, but Team Lunar do lose 2 in the process. They lose Fict and... Oh, I can't actually read that name, my bad. The Lucio player, but again, Dalvin and Brightside just decide, fuck it, I'm gonna just kill things. Yeah, Oxy did decide to hold on to the Sandfire. The bench boys pulling out strong. But again, Funny Curls just go over to the Zarya now, so finally gonna give Dr. Moriarty on this Reinhardt a lot more support. They are swapping over to the Reaper as well, so they fuck off the Soldier. They do have the sound barrier advantage going into this fight. If they didn't pop the sound barrier there, I'd like to see them play aggressive. Okay, they do pop sound barrier now, and they do finally step onto point at 93. So they do find a nice kill from World's Gone Crazy onto Galvin, who's been the carry so far, and the Reaper does go down as well, but Mr. Brightside does find World's Gone Crazy on the backside. Although Team Lunar losing 4 hits, do look to win this fight. Oh, that's an over-investment from Noxy. Oh, he'll be kicking himself after that. That was very much not needed. Yeah, that Coalescence there is very much not needed, especially considering Rob is coming up on the Coalescence here himself. It does go over to the Pharaoh with the Mercy as well.
They can also grab Dragon.
Yeah, yes indeed. I don't know, remember, I don't see Rob on Mercy. Or he showed Mercy at the start, didn't he? Oh, was he? Oh yeah, Rob was the Mercy, wasn't he? But now it's going to be his other support. Who, because the fucking stream is taking up half my fucking screen, I can't actually see, but that's a very nice grab there. They do find 3 off the grab, and that should be Team Lunar taking this map and going 1-up in the series. And as soon as they finish this kill onto the Reaper, that'll be it. And as they do, Dalvin with another headshot, playing very well this map. And that's going to be Team Lunar taking the first one. Taking the first map.
I find Elite is so weird. Because there's 2 really good teams, and then the rest.
Well, and then 2 really good teams, 3 teams that are somewhat trading, it seems like, and then another team. Another team who are kind of Pepe Clap. But we don't talk about them. We don't talk about that team. They who shall not be named. So, why don't we talk about to Spawn? How do you think you guys are doing at the moment? Like, what do you think? Because you've had what 3 of your 4 games now go to 5 maps. Is that not somewhat worrying for you guys? You managed to clutch out 2 of them. The game against Watt was a thriller of a game, as was the game. All 3 have been very close games, but
our schedule is very loaded in the start.
Mm-hmm.
So in the first 4 weeks we'll play Watt, LGBT, Anubis, and ABC.
But yeah, and you had SDG first week, which was the 4-0, which was a good performance.
Well, it was a 3-1.
Was it 3-1 actually? It wasn't a 4-0, sorry, my bad. And then who do you have next? Oh, you do have ABC, don't you? But then
and after that, it's
you have somewhat easy. But then you have your hardest game of the season, final game.
Yeah, then you guys the last bit.
Yeah. How are you feeling going into ABC?
Like any other team?
I feel like this is going to be the first proper test for ABC. Because up to now they've had kind of Pepe Clap. Like, who have they had so far? They've had Aegis before Aegis sorted themselves out, and now Aegis actually looking pretty solid. Then they had Atlantis, then Jabberwock, and Jabberwock was struggling at that point. And then they had Midnight Direwolves, who have obviously got their own issues. But then they play to Spawn and then Zensgard in 2 weeks, so that should finally be a good test for them.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get a good tank line going,
Mm-hmm.
that's been an issue the last 2 weeks. But I think the interesting game will be your team and their team, because that's a Pacific Coast team and you're an EU team. That's like an
Yeah,
8
so
hour difference.
we'll be on NA East.
So ping issues.
Well, both teams will be struggling equally because it'll end up going on to NA East. So it's like Bub for Wooloo. Oh,
And
no,
last
that's the
season,
wrong swap.
Despawn at one point was 8th in the league.
Hmm.
Beginning of the season's like, yeah.
TC fit. I think it's interesting the fact that I think depending how to spawn do against ABC, that I feel that that's going to show whether ABC are this unstoppable powerhouse of a team, or whether they've just got lucky from having a somewhat easy schedule.
I think it's a bit of both.
I don't doubt that they're a good team, but I think it's hard to say that they're going to be absolutely dominant against every team in the league when they haven't had a tough game yet.
Yeah.
But their game against Midnight Direwolves, honestly, they should have drawn Blizzard World. Midnight Direwolves made a couple of mistakes right at the end, which is unfortunate for them. But Midnight Direwolves very easily could have drawn that map.
They just don't seem that competitive.
Yeah, Midnight Direwolves are definitely struggling right now. Okay, both teams are ready. Going into Hanamura.
I think the game to watch later is STG and Watt.
Yeah, definitely. I might host that one as well later. It depends.
Could be catastrophic if Watt loses.
I still believe Watt are a very good team. They've had very tough games, like playing to Spawn and as well as Zen's Garden early in the season. That was to Spawn when to Spawn looked dominant, but since then some issues have arisen. Arisen? Is arisen a word? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Ready for battle.
But yeah, so I still think people who Omni is okay. I still think Watt is a good team.
They are. What happens when you lose 3 games in a row? It just demoralizes you.
Well, so who have Watt had? I'll check this in a second. So Watt have played Midnight Direwolves. They've played Watt. They played to Spawn. They played Zen's Garden. I think they should get the win. I'm predicting a 3-1 win to Watt. So TP coming out here from the side. Oh, but Oxy just goes, nah. I'm just gonna kill 3 of you. Easy clap. Funny Curls does go down in the Reinhardt here, but he does get immediately raised back up by 8-bit Bunny. And Dalvin decides, fuck this, I'm off the map. TC does pop over to the Widow to try and counter this Pharmacy Echo combination coming out from the side of Pastel Vikings. But I do like this from them. They're going to have early barrage. Dalvin does go over to the McCree as well, so now there's going to be a lot of pressure on both the Pharah and the Echo in the sky.
The ball's an interesting choice.
I think they'll do better with the D.Va here, just to eat some of the spam and put a bit more pressure onto the Pharah or the Mercy or the Echo. With 3 characters in the air, I think it's hard to run forward. They do swap over to Roadhog from Mr. Brightside. Oh, and TC does find World Gone Crazy. That's a very nice opening pick for them. I'm going to be watching TC's perspective just now. See what he can see. See if he can find another kill to open this up. He's going to be going up top now.
Bunny's got slammed.
Ooh. Yeah, you have the spam here.
Lunar's getting clapped and the ult is gonna be bad.
Oh, and Brazada does take out CC. Rosado apparently does have a very good Zarya. This is the first time I'm seeing it for myself. What's gone crazy does take out 2. Watching Will's gone crazy now. He does see where TC is on the top right. He doesn't quite know where they are. He's shooting at nothing right now. He does finally spot them.
I kind of grab too.
Shatter does find Mr. Brightside. Mr. Brightside goes for a load. A nice 3-man grab there. The Coalescence does come into the pin into it as well. The Echo ult. Okay, but that is quite a bit of an investment there from the side of Pastel Vikings. They do use 4 ults, although the Reinhardt from Funny Curls is all the way back up to 6% on his ult. The Skill Orb does take down TC in the end. So they do swap over. They decide to go Hog Sigma. Interesting. I don't know what I think about that. Flashbang onto Funny Curls, so they don't have any damage to follow up.
Log coming in.
This side, fuck it, pin does find Darwin, but the Shatter does find 2. Ult onto no one, does get hooked from Mr. Brighton. Mr. Brighton has only 2 in that fight, but is Bunny going to be able to resonate them? Do they know where the Widow is? Oh, okay. The Widow, TC now getting jumped by Bunny, does get hooked herself. And somehow, with this fucking awful tank line, Team Lunar managed to cap the first point. You're gonna see how Pastel Vikings are setting up here.
Oh, they decided not to try to stagger it. Double sniper. Sigma Hog.
So I'm now watching alongside Funny Curls, see what he's seeing. They do notice that they do swap him to Winston. They're taking a leaf out of your book. And they've gone, fuck it, Winston. Pokemon Crazy does find TC. They know the best way to beat the bench boys. Use their own Winston against them. The Sigma and the Sam, not really sure about that Sam barrier there, considering he was in response to his own Sigma ult. But it's going to be Team Lunar now, taking Chris on the point. Oh, Bunny, no, why have you done that? Oh, you could have hidden spawn. The D.Va swap out now. Funny Colors does have this hammer down on the Reinhardt if you can come out and use it, but there's going to be a zoning Kainu from the McCree of Dalvin here. He does find Rosado in the end. Welcome Crazy is jumping him. Oh, both DPS are standing next to each other, does for low. Funny Colors does die, and so does 8-Bit Bunny. And that should be Team Lunar eventually, when they clean up these kills, taking point B with quite a decent time back, with about 2 minutes to spare. And that's going to be round 1.
How did that work?
No idea. No idea. Maybe the surprise factor plays a part into it? Okay, so looking at Academy, what interesting games are actually on next weekend? We've got Jabberwock Atlantis, SDG LGBT, to Spawn Bacon Clap, it's going to be a very interesting one. Midnight Direwolves Aegis. There might be a chance for Midnight Direwolves to get their first win, or at least first map win, or rather first map not lost. We've got What Against the Pack, which is a game What should win, so maybe their stomps are going to rise after that. And then we've got Zen's Guarders and Anubis Unchanged, which could be a very good game. Anubis are looking strong, although if you believe in Scrimbucks, it's looking like that won't be a close game. But it depends how much people buy into the idea of Scrimbucks.
Yeah.
Firstly, what are your takes on Scrimbucks?
Scrims are fun and important, but like, I don't rate a team over it. If you know what I mean. I don't really pay attention to scrims or really show up to them that often. Like, I missed the scrim against you guys.
Yeah. Missed or dodged? I'm kidding.
I've dodged almost every scrim the last 2 weeks.
Fair enough. At least you're consistent with it. Not making any exceptions for us, I see.
I've done it for 5 seasons. It's like, it's tiring. Especially with the quarantine, like all you do is play games. It's if I just want to do something else.
Interesting position to defend here from the Arista Sigma on the side of Team Lunar. Do they realise the Reaper's up there? The Reaper goes, fuck this, I'm out. Oh, but they do lose tanks, and the very nice shot from Oxy does take out Dalvin as well. And that's going to be a very quick first point A take from the side of Pastel Vikings. Not much else in there apart from the fact they just shot them down. Very nice play out there from Oxy. Well gone crazy, not doing quite so much as indicated by his ult charge. It was just a bait. He TP's in, then races away, so they try and shoot him on the way out. So, Funny Curls here does nearly have the Shatter. He got 20% in. He does decide not to take the pin. Oh, that should be a nice dragon there from Oxy. He does take out Bub and forces the Ryan into a corner. Can they've got 2 kills here. Can they capitalize on this? Brozada does find another kill here, showing why he's known for his Zarya. Does find another kill onto the main tank from Mr. Turtle. They haven't killed this Zarya yet though, and Mr. Brightside does take out Bro. Coalescence out here from Noxy as well as 8-Bit Bunny with the Valkyrie. Solo shot onto me because fuck her.
They need a big slam.
There's a big solo slam. Slam here for the side of Mr. Turtle. Does find the main tank, but only that. Can they focus this Ryan? The Ryan does go down for the side of Pastel Vikings. That could be the beginning of the end, but nice block onto the Death Boss in there. That could have been very bad if they had allowed that to go through. Bubbles out. The res. Oh, not quite. The res nearly goes through onto me, but now Bunny goes down. And Pastel Vikings losing 3 here. Looks like Team Lunar have managed to hold this somehow. Not really sure how they managed to hold that, considering how badly that fight started for them. Now looking at Bob, he's approaching this down barrier slowly, and they don't have any other they don't have any ults to work with on the side of Team Lunar apart from this Grab Dragon combo that is now online for them. That should be a free fight win if they can get it, because they don't have a defensive support ult on the side of Pastel Vikings. They're really looking for Oxy to carry on this Hanzo. Pastel Vikings looking to push up top. Double grabs out here for both teams. The grab dragon combo does take out 2 though. For the side. Oh, and Dalvin takes out 3. Does find the kill on Well Gone Crazy, who was flanking behind. And Bunny just looking to run away.
Yikes.
Gets her health back even though she's at full health. Interesting. You know, you can never be too sure. It's always worth grabbing the health back when you're at 200 HP. Okay, the question is, do they know that TC is over here hiding in the middle of basically fuck off nowhere? It does TP up, but just drop down because forced to by the dragon. So Pastel Vikings taking this high ground, relatively uncontested right now. We're looking to go down the staircase. The Ryan is there alone. Nice block there from Funny Curls. Both Coalescence to the pot. Is Bunny going to commit the Valkyrie here? Do they think they can win this fight? There's a nice shatter, but it doesn't get blocked, and they lose Funny Curls. If they can get the res off here, that could be very winnable. Oh, nice boop there from Buzz. Does deny the res, and the Mercy goes down, but Pastel Vikings should potentially be able to take here, but losing 3, and yet again, Team Lunar, just the fact that it's 2 CP and a lot of respawn advantage, managed to hold on. Brozada does go down, loses charge, so she does go down to the Reinhardt, but the rest of Pastel Vikings do manage to escape. So Pastel Vikings opted to hold the Valkyrie there, which is probably a good call. They're coming up slowly on a Grab and Death Blossom combo. They're looking right now to go main, but they've been spotted by the Sonic Arrow of Dalvin, but Dalvin does go down to Oxy on this Hanzo in the 1v1. So nice grab there, does find Oxy on the Hanzo, who is somewhat the carry. But Well Gone Crazy and the Reinhardt from Funny Cars are pushing onto point alone, and both get clapped because of it, whilst the Mercy is rezzing. That's unfortunate. Watching Mr. Brightside now, he's going to be pushing with this Desire, looking to try and build up as much grab percentage as possible. They are going to be going Oxy finding another kill. They're going up against a Grab Dragon combination here for the side of Pastel Vikings, but both DPS ults online for Team Lunar. There's an early dragon there, just looking to buy time. They do split off the Reinhardt here, and they actually find the kill on Rosada. Who again, the Reinhardt goes down as they're being rezzed. And that's going to be easy cleanup now for Mr. Brightside and the rest of Team Lunar, but they do lose TC in the process. Leading by example. Going back to spawn. Easy quick reset.
Easy bench.
Easy bench. Leading by example. And again, so it's just going to be currently Mr. Turtle just setting up on point, expecting the rush down main, not looking to get caught out. Although it is looking like he's going to potentially be resetting up top, no, he is going to be holding the low gun still. They do spot. Do they know about this flank then from this Reaper? No, they do not. And the Reaper does find Dalvin in the back. Oh, but even better, Death Blossom from TC does find 2. And yet again, that's the 3rd time in a row. Funny Curls, the second the Mercy starts rezzing, does fall. Doesn't have that same level of support. The Dragon from spawn here from TC. Sorry, not from TC. From Oxy. Not sure about that. Possibly switching. Nope, does decide to stick on this Hanzo, but that Dragon does precisely fuck all.
That was not a good call.
Yeah, Dragon does precisely fuck all, and Rosada does go down here, and it's looking potentially like Team Lunar are going to be going up 2-0 in this series. It's going to be an overtime fight here.
Slam.
They do have both tank ults, a Dragon and a Soundbar on the side of Team Lunar. Do they know about the Reaper? Do they see the Reaper flanking? So far, it's the Rhine pushing in completely alone. What's happening here? Funny Curves is an easy kill here. Not sure about that. There must have been some sort of disconnect there. The Rezzing Mercy does get solo grabbed. Oh, and he just gets spawned. He gets rezzed immediately to die again. And that's going to be it. Nice dodge there from the Tracer, from dodging the Shatter. But that's going to be Team Lunar going up 2-0 in this series after holding them to just a single tick on point 2.
Oof.
Not sure about that. The Reinhardt from Pastel Vikings decides, fuck it, I don't need my team, I'm going to point. Interesting. This is the first fight for the Pastel Vikings attack here. It was they had a very quick point A, and things were looking very good for them, but they stalled out for a long time on point B, not even able to get more than a tick in the end.
I think we're looking at a 4-0.
It's looking like potentially it might be Pastel Vikings' second 4-0 of the season.
It's impressive to see an Academy off-tank playing in an Elite. Still faring well. That Brug guy.
Mm-hmm. From what I've heard, he's got a very nasty Zarya, but besides that, people don't rate it too much. That's what I've been told. Not sure. I can't say for myself. Let's see what sort of SR is he rocking? So season 20, he was the 29-12 peak tank player. This season though, he did hit 30-50, so he is pretty standard for elite players. He's not too far behind the curve of a lot of these elite players. You do tend to find a lot of people who are in that 2750 to 3000 end up playing in both Academy and Elite.
Mm-hmm. Hang on, I have to make a call.
That's fine. Just waiting on the roster here from 8-Bit Bunny. So waiting to see who Pastel Vikings is going to be fielding. So we're going over to Blizzard World now. We're going to see the first appearance of Marsource.
Fuck Blizzard World.
I used to think that, but Zengarden have had a pretty good record on it so far. We haven't lost it.
We always roll 2-0 and play Blizzard World, and then bad shit happens.
Yeah, Blizzard World didn't go great for you. That was a weird Blizzard World game. They managed to full cap a second time with only a minute remaining, and then you guys had 3 minutes just about, and didn't even manage to get a
I never
kick.
played on any of the maps. Blizzard World.
Yeah, that was odd. They did very well that second attack. I don't know. They just got the ball rolling, and you guys never really took a full reset.
Yeah.
And that it becomes so tempting though to when you're defending when you're training in overtime rounds, just to keep fighting it and just be like, oh, we can win this. But oftentimes you just need to go, fuck it, this is lost. Let's just back out and just come in with 6 ults and just shit on them.
Yeah.
Like, it becomes so tempting to just go, let's just keep trying, we can maybe win this. TC is ready. Just waiting for
The mermaids. Oh, they're ready. Didn't used to be on the Pastel Vikings.
Yes, I was on them for the first 2 games. Played Reinhardt. Played 3 maps of Reinhardt the first game. We won 2 of those maps and drew the other. 1 map I didn't play, we lost. And then second game I was put on off tank, and that's just not a role I would probably feel comfortable playing in Elite, and we suffered. Well, it wasn't my fault we suffered, but I should have been put on main tank, because personally that's what I think our issues were for that game. I think the main tank that was in was just kind of, let's say, over-aggressing.
Yeah. I prefer off tank. I can play Reinhardt, but
See, personally, I prefer main tank. If I'm playing off tank, I would normally go Diva. So on the defensive, we're going to see double shield Echo Torbjorn with the Mercy Moira, and TC showing the Tracer right now. And Fix is is showing the Pharah. Rob's come in to be a bitch and play Mercy. Pretty standard for him. Goes from chatting out in the Academy games to being bitched in Elite. No, I'm just kidding.
F.
Robodob Flob gets put on Mercy for the job. Although they did win the first round when he wasn't playing the Mercy. So maybe this is Rob's new main. You never know. So TC looking to take a flank. No, looking to just play with his team. No, it's fine. He's going to take a flank angle. The 12 turret from World's Gone Crazy does go down here. As the tanks finally move in. Shield here from the Sigma on the defense, just looking to block out as much of the fire damage as possible. Although the Ryan is going to have a hard time here, not having the same level of coverage, because he doesn't have the Zarya with him. And that's going to be Team Lunar rolling first point with relative ease. Shatter already built up here for Mr. Turtle.
They completely ignored the Pharah.
Whoever this is, one of the Team Lunar guys has just sprayed sorry on the point, so you'll love to see
Mr.
it.
Turtle?
Potentially. Oh, the long range rock does hit Ficked out the sky.
What a meme.
DSL does decide, fuck you Pharaoh, go to the floor. But so far, there's not much they can do. Oxy does go over to this McCree to try and put some pressure on the pharmacy duo. And also try and keep the Tracer in check as well. The Torb turret from Worse Than Crazy goes down. I'd like to see him drop off the Torb. He's not getting quite the value he needs to justify the pick. Torb can definitely work against this comp, but you need to be putting a lot of pressure on the Tracer, and so far that's just not happening. The Torb turret in a pretty shit spot, I can't lie, it's just in the middle of fuck off nowhere.
Spots.
And so far it's just going to be Thick just slapping his big fat cock on the table and being like, nah, back to spawn you go. Finding for that fight. And Bob just crouching on point for fun, I guess. We're going to be on board with Rob right now, watch some thrilling gameplay. As he heals no one. This is some absolutely riveting content right now. Gonna see TC here as he has the pulse bomb. Who's he going for? Decides to go for the soldier. Does he get the kill? Nope, not quite. World's Gone Crazy goes down to Fixer in the end, who immediately gets the res back up. Fix here with the barrage. What's he going to be able to do with it? The grab goes in, does find anybody, but Fix is not quite there to follow up on it. It does eventually get the TP in. They go for the flashbang to send him out of it, but Oxy just misses it too far away. But the Fix is going to get res back up. It's a nice 4-man shatter there from Funny Curls, which does deny the res, and finally Pastel Vikings win a fight. And it depends. Tracer decides, fuck it, I'm going to go see what's down here in the bottom of the green pit. So a couple players yesterday in your match do that.
Yep.
Toaster decided, fuck it, I want to die. And then later on in that game, Addicted to Pepsi did the exact same thing. Decided, oh, I want to go. I wonder what he was looking at down there. So to spawning when come in here, they do have the coalescence, but immediately gets shut down by Oxy with this Mercy Pocket, just one-shot Bub, who gets immediately rezzed. The Diva here is a nice swap, does put a bit more pressure on, like I said, and double hit scan with the Diva. It's going to be a lot of pressure on this fire right now. Miss Turtle does go down, as does TT with a nice headshot from Oxy. Do they realise Bub is here? They do. Bub just go down. We're going on board with Oxy now, see what's going on in the world of Ash. As they're just looking to spam spawn. It doesn't quite hit the dynamite. But the Ash from the side of Fix does go extremely low, just get healed, but eventually back up. Doesn't quite manage to get the high ground here. It's a nice burn there, does build up a bit of ult charge for Bob. So it does immediately get bubbled up. So Bob's going to be coming out here from the side of Pastel Vikings very shortly. The nice bomb does find Mr. Turtle. Somehow he's decided not to shield it, I guess. He does immediately get res back up though, by Rob, pressing his L2 or whatever button he has bound to. Shatter there does find Funny Curls, again somehow, not really sure about that, he has a shield. The Diva on point here from DSL is just trying to stall it, trying to buy time for respawns. It's okay, you just need to die on point now as a baby Diva, you're not going to be doing anything. Does die quick, unfortunately. And obviously here, in a bit of nowhere, he's probably going to get staggered. Oh, I would have liked to see him back off sooner. The Pastel Vikings are going to have to take this fight 5v6.
I'll be coming online.
Funny Coast decides, fuck it, I'm going to bob in, and Funny decides I don't want to res. I'm just going to fly up into the ceiling, and that's going to be Team Lunar with no contest capping third point. Bob does find 2 at the end. Loki, I found like very little people actually care about Elite. Elite's kind of dead.
No one cares about Elite.
Like, it's legit. Like, it's actually dead.
Yeah. It's a shame, but
Because obviously, like, the thing is, it's almost... I feel like the level of team play is actually better in Academy. Because I feel like in Academy, that's where teams are like, it's hard to say trying harder, but I feel like the general team play seems to be better. Hello F9, the score is currently 2-0 to Team Lunar, who are on the attack now. Oh, sorry, Team Lunar are on the defense. TC bringing out the Torb, my favourite character to defend on this map.
you should have seen Elite last season, though. It barely survived.
Yeah, I heard it was a joke.
Like, Incognito's fucked.
Yeah. But, yeah, whereas with Academy, I think it comes from there being more teams, more players. People, like, seem to very much care about Academy. Like, the majority of the server is obviously Academy or involved in Academy somewhat.
It's easier to find Academy players.
Mm.
You know?
A lot of people who are at the level to play in Elite are already on teams. Or are playing in arguably more serious leagues such as Console Contenders, CGL. Just watching the Torbjorn here from TC as he sort of throws turret up into the top right. Rob Mercy Lamau. Yes, F9. Rob is Mercy Lamau. We're not going to watch Rob because fuck Mercy plays boring.
His Mercy's pretty good.
His Mercy isn't a feed. You know what they say about Rob? No aim, no brain, he's a Mercy main.
And the guy plays fair a lot, so I think he knows what the expectations of a Mercy.
Who does?
Rob.
Rob plays Farah?
Yeah, Rob is Diamond DPS.
Yeah, I knew he was damn DPS, but I haven't seen him play Farah in a long time.
This fire strikes, dude.
They're just yeeting them down the same line every time and people are stepping into them. Okay, we're going to be watching Pastel Vikings as they come into attack here. They're opting to go to the left side. They do trade Zarya bubbles quite early, but the Reinhardt does go down to half Pastel Vikings. Panico is looking to build up his shatter right now, then play aggressive. Does he realise that Mr. Turtle on the side of Team Luna does what the Bob is out for Team Luna, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on Pastel Vikings. They opt to just back up, which is probably the right call here. Oh, but Fick does find Panico with a damage boosted headshot. He gets immediately back to res, and that's going to charge his shield back up. They're going to have time to reset and slowly push in here. Both support ults are on for both teams. I'd like to see an early push in with Valkyrie, which is exactly what we see. Double Ryan here. Nice grab to keep the Echo Ryan away from your team. Just means they can't really build up their shatter too quickly. Bob is out from Pastel Vikings here. Oh, but Oxy doesn't actually get anything done at all with that Echo ult. The TC does go down here. The Bob is still active and chunking away damage. What? Nobody saw that grab.
Where did it go?
You see the left side of the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, there. Where the two hammers are lying on the floor, it landed there. Nowhere near anybody.
That sucks.
That's a throw. Cue the memes in chat. Nene grab, yes indeed. Was a Nene grab.
Did what I did yesterday.
That was a huge grab. I watched that.
I thought I saw them trying to split up, so I tried to grab them all together, but I did it.
But you just, it was probably like half a second too late.
Yeah, we were gonna grab Tyre. I thought I had it as a 99. I was like, shit.
It was a zoning grab. It was a zoning grab. Zoning grab. It's fine. Bob is out here from Team Luna with the damage boost. That's gonna be disgusting. Disgusting combination, and Mr. Turtle just runs over DSL and Funny Kills, and that's gonna be Pastel Vikings sent back to spawn yet again. Rob play Mercy lol. Rob with his pistol out, doesn't quite find the kill. We're going to be following Funny Carlos here as he tries to build up. Oh, he just used his shatter unfortunately. He tried to use it defensively and got shit on.
I think this might be the best elite team.
I don't know, there was one other team, being clapping
Atlantis.
people. Is it Atlantis? Yeah.
I think they have Xerxio, whatever. That's it.
Atlantis has been clapping people. There's one elite team that's been clapping people so far. Oh, a nice pin onto Rob! Fuck you, Rob! And that might be off a grab from the Echo, actually. From nice grab there from Oxy, that might finally be Pastel Vikings capping first point. They can just clean up these follow-up kills without C9ing. So May top here for World Cup Crazy. That's finally it. This map is going to go on, and they do keep alive the hopes of the reverse sheep. Dorky wannabe Goth does leave the game and decides, fuck this, I can't be bothered, this is boring. Oh, DSL decides I want to go back to spawn, but can you guys send me there? And decides to feed in. Fix does take out Oxy as well as 8-Bit Funny, and that's going to be, a Sombra swap out here from TC. And that's going to be Team Lunar getting another good couple of kills and just delaying this point even more, stopping the roll from going on. Yes, Red Hawk. That was a Red Hawk grab, F9. It was indeed. Have you seen the clip of our of the grab we had against Watt on Junkertown? Is that
No.
Oh, it's
I
a
never
great
watched
fucking,
that.
It's a great fucking clip. You really should watch it.
Give it a look after.
It's fucking hilarious. We did a meme TP on Junkertown on second point, like we TP'd over the top, and then we grabbed, but we hit a fucking lamp, like we hit a sign or some shit. Oh, they had a really nice wall on the Mercy, but they decided to take it down. But did you eventually find the kill onto Rob? Orion does go down, drops his shield at the wrong time, unfortunately. DSO does take him down on the Roadhog. Do they know about the Zarya above, though?
No. I heard it just ping shit. That's all I heard about that game.
With what? No, it's like... I mean, of course they'll say that, but... I mean, when Zens are an entirely EU team, and what had mostly NA but some EU players, it was set to best available. It was always going to be EU. That's just the way it is. If you're a mixed team going up against one team that's all from one region, of course you're going to be on the ping for that region. Like,
yeah.
That's just the way things are. Like, we have a couple NA players. Like, if we play an NA team, like an entirely NA team, and we play our NA players, for that map, we go onto NA servers. We just deal with it. 6-man EMP, nice Shatter. Shatter only finds 3 though. They do clean up 1. Oh, but the Sombra does go down here. But yeah, so that's just the way things is. When we play on NA servers, we just deal with it. Because it's like, there's nothing you can do about it. It's set to best available for a reason. It's the same for everybody. It's the same for like any EU players whenever they have to play against NA teams.
Which is basically
every game.
Real EU team.
Exactly.
Actually, the second.
And it's only normally we still end up playing on NA ping, because most teams are entirely NA. They don't have a mix. The defensive hog ult here does come out to counter that to grab, but they do lose 8-Bit Bunny in the process. The fix does go down towards Gone Crazy. Sorry, TT goes down towards Gone Crazy, who calls himself to Bub. Bub finally 2 with his coalescence down boosted, a bit scummy, but we'll take it. Decides, fuck it, we'll both Reinhardts will go down and check what's out here at the bottom of the pit.
What a meme.
Why do so many people want to see what's happening in that pit then? I wonder. So, Pastel Vikings, if they want to have any hope at winning this... In fact, no, this game's gone. This series is gone. Team Lunar have won this series. Because Pastel Vikings are not going to be capped with... They're not going to be able to cap with time, and if they don't cap with time, the best they can hope for is a draw. It's a nice freeze coming out there. Do they manage to find any kills off that freeze? No, they don't. Electric Cowboy here for Oxy does find 2, 3. They're going to be pushing into this. They do res up the Ash, not really sure about that. Would like to see Oxy does find the Ash again though. Oxy finding 5 in this fight so far. And that's going to be Pastel Vikings completing the map. But unfortunately now the best they can do is hope for a draw. So Team Lunar are going to be winning this game, but it's going to be a 4-0, a 2-on-1, a 3-1. We'll find out.
That sucks how you hold them for so long in the final seconds. They push in.
But I mean, Team Lunar have guaranteed themselves the win here.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing I want to know from you, Zenom, in your mind, how does the top 6 teams go for Academy? Like, in terms of who do you think is going to be making playoffs? And in what order?
Put me in the spot here.
I feel like there's 3 or 4 choices that are pretty standard for that everybody should at least have in there. But then, at least in my mind, for first and sixth, I've got about 4 teams I think could potentially sneak in there.
I
interested to see your take on it.
ABC. I think they're guaranteed to get in. No offense, I think they're the best team in the league. I'll DM you why after I can't say it. I think you guys are guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. Those 2 seem to be very, like, standard opinions across the server.
I think we'll make it. I think if Watt can turn it around, they'll make it. Anubis can make it. LGBT can make it.
Do you think that'll be? You think that'll be the 6?
I think they'll be the rough guess. I'm
who
not
do you
sure
think?
about Jabberwock.
Who do you think is in contention? Like, who out of those 6? How many do you think are solid picks? Like, you would expect, and how many do you think are in contention? Or like, it's a 50-50?
I think ABC, Watt, Zensgard, and Despawner will make it. I can't see it not happening.
And then you think Anubis and LGBT are...
Yeah.
They'll have to play well.
If LGBT keeps playing like they have.
LGBT have looked good. Obviously they did lose 4-0 yesterday to Zens, but...
Yeah.
I feel like that says more about Zens than it does about LGBT. Like, honestly, they made us work. That it wasn't an easy game by far. The scoreline may not reflect that, but they made us work. Like, they're a good team. Particularly because their DPS are mainly sniper players. Like, you just can't relax against them. The second you relax, you'll get pinged in the head from... Oh, that's disgusting, Teabag. The second you relax, you'll get pinged in the head from across the map, and then you don't even realise.
Yeah, it's not chill.
But yeah, so in my mind, ABC and Zens, there's absolutely no way they don't make it, like, at all. It's all but guaranteed in my mind already. What I think personally, I think Anubis are looking currently the way things are like the 3rd best team in the league, very closely followed by Spawn. I think that shows from how close the game was yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I think, what if they can turn things around and bounce back after these past 2 games, which should start later today with SDG. I think and then I think it's what an LGBT, so the same as you, the what an LGBT are, I think, are currently 5th and 6th. I feel more comfortable about what than LGBT, but I think teams like Jabberwock, if they sort their shit out, even teams like Aegis, if Aegis continue playing well like they have been, but they did lose to the pack recently though. But I think
that's bad.
And that maybe they just had an off day. But I think a team like Jabberwock, if they turn things around, even a team like SDG, if SDG can clean up wins against the lower ranked teams in the league, they're a team that I think could sneak a few wins or even a couple map wins against some of the higher ranked teams, which might be enough. It might be enough just to take a couple maps. Because if you're going to have several teams around the 5th, 6th, 7th area, all with similar amount of match wins, it might come down to who's taken the most maps. And so if
Yeah.
SCG can try and clean up these lower ranked teams, 4-0 maybe. Okay, so we've got swaps coming in for Pastel Vikings. Dr. Moriarty and DSL Monkeys, the funny kills are going to be going out. Gonna have Oxy and We're Gone Crazy, same DPS duo, and then Noxy and 8-Bit Bunny. So Marisol is going to be going out after just one game. Unfortunate for her.
I don't think Jabberwock's gonna turn it around though.
I think they haven't looked good in their past couple of games. I don't know what happened to them. They're expected to be top 2 teams in the league, and they've just shit the bed.
Well, everyone discovered the pocket swag meme.
Hmm.
I'm not really worried about the season. I don't really get worked up if we lost, lose, or not. I've memed 5 seasons. This is my last season anyway.
Really? Are you calling it quits after this?
I was supposed to call it quits last season, but this whole shit happened. I have nothing else to do.
Well, what are you going to be doing instead? Why not, like, just stay part of the league? Are you going to go to cheerleaders then, I guess?
Probably with cheerleaders. I don't know. I've been doing it for a year.
I guess. Have you just had enough of playing a league or enough of playing Overwatch or what?
A little bit of both. Maybe wait till the new one comes out. I'm not sure.
I think Overwatch 2 should be... It should hopefully bring a bit of life into the game. That's the hope at least. I think the story mode, and if all the content that they've told us is happening, is going to happen.
Yeah.
Like with these replayable shit. Okay, going into the final map. Will Pastel Vikings fend off the 4-0? Not sure.
Initiating match.
Well, they're just running through them.
Well, yeah, that just wasn't close. Can we take a look at Dalvin's POV here? I mean, Dalvin versus Oxy in a 1v1 here. Neither of them hit shit. Oh, until eventually Dalvin decides, you know what, I'm gonna just kill you. Oh, and to take that one. Oh.
They're just snowballing.
Ooh. That was a very quick flick.
This dude's fucking everything up with that hog.
I'm just watching Dalvin here just click heads. Monkey decides to run in a straight line towards it. He does end up looking at his own Reaper though.
Like, Brightside just had 5 picks that fight.
Who?
Brightside.
Jeez,
The hog.
His hog is nasty with it. I'm literally just watching the Widow's point of view.
I'll watch this hog. Shit.
That's your own hog, mate.
Yeah. Interesting whole hog. Like, Pastel isn't doing anything to stop the hog.
They're not doing anything to stop anybody, not gonna lie.
That's fair.
Look at Discord. Maybe it's just me, but that's what it looks like. Pastel Vikings do finally win a fight. Nice. Good for them. DSL does get 3 in that fight, I believe. Oh, it's a nice dagger there onto Robert. So right side here with the whole hog is just going to be pushing them all out. Does actually end up getting the kill on 8-bit Bunny with the help of his Eureka. Does miss the hook unfortunately, but does get the kill on both gone crazy as well. That's going to be interrupted during the shatter is Dr. Moriarty. And that should be Team Lunar just walking it through to the end of the point. With a pretty decent time back. Thought it might have been just me, but
one sec.
So, Team Lunar here. What the fuck is this comp? They are just memeing on these kids. They're playing this Hog Sigma again.
Definitely see the difference, Elite, because you never see people play Hog in Academy.
I feel like in Elite people just go, fuck it, I just want to play Hog, I don't really care. Whereas in Academy people are trying to find whatever edge over each other they can, because if they end up playing oftentimes it's teams that play the better comp, that have the better coordination that will win. Not necessarily, you don't necessarily need the better mechanics.
Yeah. What do you mean issue in Elite? Because Anubis Unchained is very low SR and support heavy.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go back over to watching Dalvin. Oh, just went past.
I never Omni-Flared.
Pardon?
Omni-Flared the Genji. He was around in Season 2. Academy, and he started climbing.
He does go curse for though. I mean, I've only been around a month or so. I only joined
I was on
Academy.
your team last year. For like 2 weeks.
Well, I joined Academy 6 days before the Season 5 draft.
Yeah. Me and Rob got traded to your team together.
How did you?
Then we got traded together to another team.
No. So yeah, so far I've very much I've enjoyed my time in Talon. It's been good. Genji Blade does come out here from Omniflop, does find Oxy on the Widow. Just fling in his weeb stick wherever he can. Doesn't find too much else. Gonna watch some more Mercy gameplay here. Some huge damage boosts coming out here from Rob. Yep.
I'll have to be spectating the rest of the game. Oh shit, someone left.
Luckily it's not in between fights. Oh fuck. Right, so yeah, so I joined Talon 6 days before the draft for Academy. And then ended up getting drafted in 6th. It's told me that, let me check lobby to see that Oxy has joined the lobby again. So he has, and so I think we're good to go.
Wait, he's not in the lineup yet. He is. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, you have to restart the game for it to show up.
There goes whatever ult he had.
He was playing Widow though, so I don't think he lost much.
Oh, was he?
Oh, and gets clapped. Huge res from Robert. Oh, Rob pulling out that pistol as per. Fuck his Genji, doesn't need healing. Watching Dalvin again on this Hanzo.
A Death Blossom.
Yeah, I think the edge that Talon has over other leagues like CGL, console contenders, is that it doesn't take itself too seriously. At the end of the day, it's just people playing to have fun. Obviously, people are wanting to win, but like, it's a case where people feel comfortable playing ranked and playing other things with people from other teams. They don't feel constricted to only play with their own teams, which some other leagues. Ooh, that was a very nice flip. Invest in the dragon here.
Yeah.
They think they can win this. And somehow, from the carry from Mr. Brightside, they managed to win this. Mr. Brightside signing up
Jesus.
5 in that fight. Jesus fucking Christ. See what he has to say. No, not gonna spam any voice lines? Okay. We're gonna be watching Mr. Brightside this fight. So far, looking like Pastel Vikings are gonna get 4-0'd for the second week running, which is unfortunate for them.
They won a game yet?
Yes, they won the first game when I played. 2-1-1 it went.
Their elite team last season was much better.
But then loads of shit happened in it. I'm aware of a lot of stuff that happened, but obviously I just wasn't around for all of it. But I know quite a bit about some of the shit that's gone down inside Talon, be it Academy Elite. Even if it's not like negative shit, but just like some of the history of it. I'm aware of quite a lot of it. But I just wasn't around for
Were
it.
you aware of Zensgar season 1?
What aspect of it? Yeah, I've heard some things.
Apple's toxic ass team.
You talking about now or then? Because we're exactly
Then.
the same now. I'm kidding. I like to think we're not really a toxic team. We meme on people. We meme, but we're not toxic.
Season 1 it was bad. The start of season 2 they rebranded because they booted off some toxic players. 'Cause they don't...
I think Zensgarden are looking in a good way right now. I do like how we are as a team, in the sense that even when we play, we have fun with it, and we take it seriously and we try and win, but we also do dumb shit just because it's fun. And we always have fun playing. Like, we haven't played a game so far and come away from being like, for fuck's sake, that was like, we haven't got annoyed at each other. I think it helps the fact that we play quite a lot of ranked and things and stuff together, and there's often a lot of us online, and we're just chatting.
It helps that you're finally in the EU team.
Yeah, the fact that we're all pretty much, there's a couple exceptions, but we're all pretty much the same time zone. Or similar time zones, because you have a couple Central European players who are 1 hour ahead. But that definitely does help. The Pastel Vikings actually looking like they might win this fight. And they might full cap as well. But now with the Kumis coming out from Omniflop, that's going to be it. And never mind. I was chatting shit yet again. I don't know, like, we have fun on Zens. We have
Season 2 was a good team.
Who is around on the Season 2 team that's still around, even if they're not on Zen?
Different roster.
Even if they're not on Zen, are they still around in the server? I know a couple people.
Yeah. Loki, Serenity, Chaos, Lisley, let's see. Who else? Bad Luck Ryan.
Yeah, I knew that.
Balls. He's probably the best Academy tank to play.
Well, would he?
Yeah, would he?
I've heard he was goated.
He's good. What's that? A jungle player. Yeah, Loki. We played them in Season 2 in the finals and we lost.
I was going to say, T-Spawn have gone finals every time, and apart from, they've been finals every season, haven't they?
Yeah.
Second, first. Oh, Pastel Vikings do get cucked out of it, and it's going to be them. Team Lunar winning 4-0 in the series. They just do the classic Zengard and just ult bomb lol.
Have you heard of Briggs Baguettes?
Yes.
The fucking French team that clapped us with goats season 1.
And that's going to be it for this game. Omniflop finding the play of the game with the Kumis. Should have gone for the hammer kill. And that's going
Now we're
to
at the point
be the bench
where
boys winning 4-0.
teams are going to start continuously losing in the season. People are going to start dropping.
Yeah, I feel bad for a team like Midnight Direwolves. I know they're having a lot of issues internally. Just with getting more players to turn up, honestly.
It was like that last season with half their team. Can we go to mass chat and meme?
Yeah. I'm just gonna turn match chat on right now, and then I'm gonna stop the stream. Alright, match chat is a bit enabled. I'm sending you in.
Okay.
Wait, match chat should be enabled. Why is it not? Fuck's sake. Yeah, match chat is enabled. Oh, I'm not in the fucking game. That's why I'm done.